favorite teaching aids is my old friend Samantha. And Samantha is a skull that's been with me since the first classes that I taught way back about 10 years ago with the elite program. And this, of course, is our skull. And so what I do with Samantha is show the different teeth, these being the incisors. The jaw teeth are divided into two different kinds. The first three are premolars, the last three are molars. And then we can see the location of where there would be wolf teeth. They would be right here in front of this first premolar if she had wolf teeth. And the reason I know this is a Samantha and not a Sam, she doesn't have canines. If this was a male, there would be some canine teeth right here. I can actually feel the little nubs right here in the jaw where the canines would be if in fact she were a male. So that's how I know. Now, one of the things that you can see from this skull is, as we look, is that the upper jaw is wider than the lower jaw. The maxilla is wider than the mandible. And so as a horse chews, primarily chewing up and down like this with some side-to-side motion, but you'll notice that as she chews, the outside of her upper jaw teeth do not get rubbed off on the lower ones, nor do the lower jaw teeth have anything to grind them down. And so as you would, if you notice, and it's hard to see, but it's easy to feel, and that's why she's such a helpful teaching aid. If a person comes in here and runs their finger along the outside of these upper jaw teeth, they can actually feel the edges here. It feels almost like a saw blade. And if a person runs their hand on it really hard, they could actually cut their finger on these. And what we have to remember with a horse is that in her mouth, this is right next to her cheek. And there's a lot of tissue in the horse's cheek so that they can open their mouth wide enough and everything. And then, if we look at the bottom ones, look at the tongue. And these bottom ridges would be scratching on her tongue and can cut her tongue. And as a result, we have horses that get to where they can become really aggravating to work with. If you have a horse that suddenly goes from being one of the kindest, gentlest horses in the barn to being a horse trying to take your head off when you go in a stall, one of the things you might want to do is check their teeth. Because that horse has teeth that need floating or has some other problem going on there, maybe some impaction back in there, maybe an infected tooth, or maybe just an injury to its mouth where it cut its mouth, or maybe it got cut with the bit or something like that. They can become very ornery to work with. There are, of course, other things that can cause that too, but one of the easiest things to do is check it. And when we're out at the barn, we'll actually take a look at a live horse, and I'll show you how you can safely check the horse's mouth to see if they have points. When should you check them? I think every horse should be checked, particularly about this time of year. We're doing this first filming, it's October of 2013, and I think this is a good time to start checking horses, because as they go into the winter and as the first freeze gets here and the grass starts getting tough, horses have to chew a little bit longer, a little bit more to get that same amount of grass in. One of the things we know about the way a horse chews, when they eat a pound of oats, say, or a pound of grain, they have to chew maybe about 800 times. And when they eat a pound of hay, the same amount of weight in hay, they have to chew about 4,000 times. Now, a horse may just get tired of scratching his cheek to chew 4,000 times, so she may only chew 2,000 times. So she's only really getting half of what she needs. And I'll have people tell me, oh, well, she's leaving hay, so she's getting plenty of hay. I don't know why she's losing weight. Well, the thing about it is, it may not be that it's because she's getting full. It may be that she's not eating enough because she's just getting tired of her mouth being sore as she chews. And so that's some of the things that we will look at in some of the programs as we go out to the barn, and we will actually look at a mouth exam so we can check our horses and make sure that if they need dental work, we can get an equine dentist veterinarian out and have them actually float our horse's teeth, smooth them out, and give that horse a comfortable mouth going into the winter.